I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Detective Comics number 949. Can Batman and Batwoman defeat a ghost from Kate's past? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Alrighty then, so much like the previous issue, this comic opens up with another flashback to Kate's time early on in her career as Batwoman. It would seem after months of shadowing Batman and trying to get in contact with him, Kate didn't have to because, well, her cousin Bruce found her. Paranoid Batman, being paranoid Batman, assumes that this woman is out to kill him, but when he finds out that she's actually been inspired by him to put on a costume and fight crime, well, he doesn't really know what to think. He does, however, disapprove of Kate using guns in her vigilante career, but as Kate fires back, hey, you're a vigilante, I'm a soldier, I'll use every and all tools at my disposal to get the job done. Now, back in the present, we see that Batman and Batwoman are still duking it out with Colony Prime, Jacob Kane, Kate's father's most favored instrument of destruction. As we discover this issue, this guy's name is Simon Samuels. Some fun, almost Marvel-esque alliteration there for you. Turns out this guy looked up to Kate's dad a whole lot. In fact, he saw him as something of a father figure and was constantly whispering in his ear that his daughter couldn't be trusted, especially if she kept hanging around Batman. Eventually, his ideology would seep into her head, and she might not be a good fit for the colony after all. In fact, they further state to imply that if Kate had stayed on the path her father had laid out for her, it would be very likely that she would be the new Colony Prime and not this guy. So what we're essentially dealing with here is one of those there but for the grace go I type stories. Another cool thing that Tynion is sure to keep bringing back time and time again is the special training room within the Belfry, the Mud Room. Batman and Batwoman managed to use the room to their advantage in their fight with Colony Prime, and even though he's read up on these two, he was not prepared for what went on in their secret base. And just like way too many tricky video game bosses out there, we soon discover that Samuels has another form we didn't even know about by downing a bunch of that stolen monster formula. So, you know, this most certainly will not be the last time we see this guy. Now, all throughout this two-parter, we've seen Kate put off interacting with her father. She's kind of been afraid to do it, and you can't really blame her for doing so. It brings up a lot of really uncomfortable emotions, but the fight with Colony Prime and all of her reminiscing, she finally thinks she's ready. And at the end of it all, even though her dad has his own ideals, Jacob isn't really a bad guy. He now knows that he just wants his daughter to be happy no matter what life she chooses. Why, he even agrees to help her hunt down the remaining stolen monster formula and wants to be an asset in the upcoming fight with the League of Shadows. So all in all, a happy ending for everyone. Batwoman even gets to jump off into the night like this was the end of a movie or something. Detective Comics number 949 was a solid ending to this little two-parter and a nice little focus piece on Batwoman. You definitely get the feeling that Kate was feeling the pressure of trying to reconcile what her biological father taught her and what her spiritual father, Batman, has taught her. And in the end, she makes a decision for herself. She doesn't have to fight war, she doesn't have to put an end to crime, she instead wants to put an end to war. A very admirable goal and something I'm sure will be elaborated more on in the actual solo Batwoman series that's coming out very soon. In fact, it would be cool to see Colony Prime pop up there too. Overall, I enjoyed this story. I thought it ended much stronger than it began, and I hope in the future we'll get to see more focus stories on members of the Bat family in little two-parters like this one. I would give this one an 8.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.